host for Finding Sports here, and in this video, we're gonna diving into one of the biggest choices every eFootball gamer faces, and that is on whether to adopt tactical defending or aggressive defending technique. Let's get to it. So, tactical defending is a super defending technique, a game changer, I can say, and most pros recommend it 100%. I do as well because it gives you control over your player's positioning and timing. Typically, you instruct your defending, you run the show. So typically, it is more of an anticipation style of defending where you manually position your defenders to block passing lanes and timing tackles, keeping your defensive structure as tight as possible with super intelligent pressing. And something that most pros do say that I really support is that when you want to become a good defender in football gaming, then you have to minimize what the AI does for you as much as possible. So with tactical defending, as you can see, your success largely depends on your patience and timing, waiting for the perfect moment to go for the ball rather than charging in right away. So knowing when not to press and who not to press with. So it's all about trying to anticipate your opponent, trying to think what your opponent is gonna do next and then reacting to it.
Just eases him off the De Bruyne!
So this is a very good technique and a popular one. I mean, if you've played any console football game like the FC or FIFA, then you must have seen something like tactical defending somewhere. It's great. And the only thing that you have to know about tactical defending is that it is a combination of different great techniques that we will dive into later in the series. So in this video, I'm just gonna focus on developing the mental model. I mean, how to think and to align yourself to this solid style of defending before we dive into the complex stuff later in the series. Let's see it in action. As you can see in this scenario, the opponent plays a long ball into the central area of the pitch, and you can see the calmness and composure in my team, how I'm structuring my defense, pulling no one out of position. And this is manual switching at its best, and you can see I'm pressing with only Erling Haaland, which is my striker, and trying to keep the defensive structure, keeping the shape as tight as possible. So this is actually how good tactical defending looks like. And as you can see, this style of defending is so difficult to break down because everyone is involved in defending. As you can see, I'm cutting passing lanes with my strikers, in this case Lionel Messi. So it's just so difficult. And this is a recording when I'm playing against legendary AI, so you can imagine how compact the defending style is. And like we all know, every good thing comes with a price, and so is tactical defending. So the challenge you guys are gonna face is that it being a pro technique, it kind of takes some time to master and can sometimes feel slow in the beginning, especially if you have been accustomed to aggressive football. Now, the key takeaway is that this is a great defending technique, and if you want to build a strong defensive foundation, then tactical defending is for you because it is super compact and it makes it so difficult to concede. And if you're good offensively as well, then you are unstoppable. On the other hand, aggressive defending, sometimes called legacy defending, is all about constantly putting pressure on your opponent, having your players to chase the ball, making it more hands-on and intense. And most beginners to intermediate level gamers use this style of defending. And I don't wanna say it's bad because pressure is great, especially in football gaming. Pressure is great because it disrupts opponents. It tries to disrupt the build-up and tries to get you back possession as soon as
This is to
possible.
be.
But as we all know, constant pressure is usually associated with high risk. I mean, it is a high risk, high reward style of defending because you are leaving so many gaps in behind for your opponent to exploit. I mean, everybody is applying pressure. Everybody the cursor changes to is applying pressure and is usually accompanied with automatic switching, I guess, because when you look at the intensity of this style of defending, it's so high, and you often realize that when you step out trying to win the ball and you don't win it, then it's like you are in something like a 3v1 or a 4v2 because it's exposing so many gaps, and that is why most pros don't recommend this style of defending. Let's see it in action. Look at this situation where Casa automatically switches to my fullback, and that is Nuno Mendes, and I try to push forward to confront my opponent, trying to win the ball back. But unfortunately, he misses the ball and misses the player as well, and you can see automatically a huge gap opens up behind him. Like I said, this is a high risk, high reward style of defending. It is true that it can work and it does work for some players, and you can sometimes win the ball back and launch some counter attacks, but it is weak defensively, I have to say that. And I also have to say that it is not entirely bad because I see some average players try to tweak this aggressive style of defending to a level where they try to lower the intensity and try to watch the opponent's movements, trying to develop some kind of a hybrid style of defending. It somehow works good, but I personally recommend tactical defending. So if you're someone who's struggling with defending, or if you're someone who wants to build a strong defensive foundation in the game, then tactical defending is for you. So stick with me because I'm gonna dive deeper and deeper into defending in the following videos in the series.
Left him in a heap. It's good pressure, good intensity. Yeah, he's had so much.